Right, so we want to turn now to an issue that affects so many of us, parental leave. So the balance of work and family life is at the heart of so much, with childcare costs, of course, at a record high, and there is a real role for government in here as well. Someone leading the charge on a campaign to improve parental leave and flexible working is Anna Whitehouse, also known as Mother Pukka. I'm sure lots of you might be familiar with her from her sort of social media Mother Pukka accounts. Great to have you here with us.
Hi.
How would you describe the state of support for parents in the UK at the minute?
Support for parents right now, I think we are just a generation of burnt out, utterly exhausted, tapped out, financially drained humans trying to get through the day. I feel like it's not just parental leave. There's a trifecta of childcare costs, parental leave, inflexible working, and we're right in the middle of it. Like, it's got a vice-like grip around us, and I think we can't even come up for air to shout about the issues. We just have to keep going. So I think right now there's probably a lot of parents looking right now here going, what do I do? How do I get through this? What support do I have, and what's the legality around that?
Yeah, this is the thing as well, because we've got the budget coming up, obviously, and this is so political, because it does feel like there is, and I'm sure lots of different people say this, but I do think for parents and people in their kind of 30s and 40s, it can often feel like you're at the brunt of everything. You've got really high childcare costs, you've probably got a massive mortgage that's gone up in the most recent years, and you might be about to be hit even more by the budget because you're kind of a working person, right? What's your kind of message, I guess, for the Chancellor?
I mean, to be honest, the most pertinent thing is the House of Lords report that came out, which I think is really important to kind of leverage, because currently we've got billionaire CEOs telling everybody to get back to the office 5 days a week. And that's all very well when you've got wraparound childcare, a helicopter that can take you from A to B, and a private chef. But for the rest of us, like, we are in that kind of vice-like grip, and we need... the report was called Is Working From Home Working? Do you know what? Yes, it is. That was the resounding response. So for me, to the Chancellor, is listen to the black and white reports that are out there. My Flexonomics report, which details that if you implement flexible working, effective parental leave, childcare costs are reduced, you can improve the economy by 55 billion. It's not about doing something for mummies. This is about doing something for the economy.
It's really interesting, though, in terms of, I guess, the budget next week, because almost some of that would be for a different department if they're going to force companies to allow more flexible working and stuff. In terms of what we get at the moment in terms of parental leave and in terms of childcare cost benefits, are there things you'd like to see changed in the short term there that could make a big difference as well?
I think the big one would be for dads to be able to be afforded 6 weeks paternity leave over 2 weeks. I don't know about you, but that 2-week period, we've spoken about it before,
yeah, that's true,
where you are on the cusp of maybe postnatal depression as a mother and your partner goes back to work at that juncture, that is costing the NHS in antidepressants, anxiety meds. So I think my plea is for that parental leave for dads to be fully recognised.
It's a really important point as well. It's International Men's Day today, right? So we're kind of talking about some of these male issues as well. And it really feels to me like talking about parents and not just meaning automatically mums, but also dads, many of them whom are also juggling with exactly the same kind of thing. It feels like it's such an important thing to do.
Enable dads to hold the woman who's holding the baby. Like, it's that simple. It's not just about women.
To hold the baby?
Just to hold the baby, yeah. Hold us all. We need more support.
Do you feel like this government listens to some of these messages? I guess, has it got much worse in the last couple of months or years, or has this been something that you've felt all of these problems for a decade?
Look, the right words are being said. Whether that translates to action and change is to be waited upon. I think that the right words are there. I didn't think the words flexible working bill would be in print, 10 years ago when I started. But right now, where childcare costs sit, it's a bit like somebody said, right, let's build a motorway, let's get the M25 going, but they've only built a certain amount, so you can't get from A to B. So it's all very well saying the words, but it's underfunded, so it's not working. So it's hot air right now.
Thanks for coming on. I know you're kind of juggling an awful lot of stuff as well, so I'm sure the kind of
somewhere out
8:30 a.m. Slot for the programme was like another juggle for you to fit into your day. So we appreciate you for doing that.
Thank you.